2015 Night of the Champions tournament. Can I get a round of applause like you mean it? We got quite a special group. They call Trump Teflon Trump. But the description of any good group as they come together is that we celebrate both the good times, the bad times, we navigate it all. But at the end of the day, for whatever strong reason is out there in the St. Lawrence, this group keeps coming together every 5 to 6 weeks, and this is the third leg of our tournament series, so this is very exciting. Now, I'm going to get serious for just a second, because as we think about this place, our grandfather right now is having a tough time. He's in the final period of his fishing tournament, so if we could raise our glasses to Vince, who's doing a little bit of struggling right now, and just say, Vince, thanks for making all this possible. When you look at the stars tonight, give him a little extra love so that he knows that as he spends the last couple days and weeks here on Earth with us, he's in comfort and Mima's in good spirits. So to Vince. To Vince. To Vince. Vince. All right. Now, as I think about Norma and Vince and why they decided back in, 1974 to invest every cent that they possibly could own in a place like this, it's so friends and family can enjoy this experience and enjoy a lot of laughs. And as I think about the theme for this tournament, if you're not laughing, you're doing it wrong. So as you think about the next 3 periods, if you're doing well, be humble, cheer up your peers. If you're struggling, just know that St. Lawrence River is like the hottest girl you ever used to hook up with. You loved every second of hooking up with her, which made up for the other 23 hours and, in Lau's case, 55 minutes of shit that you had to put up with the rest of the time. So the St. Lawrence is tough, so make sure you're safe, be okay. If anybody struggles tonight, because we've got some oldie but goodie boats in the water, send a text out and let's make sure we help our fellow anglers. Now, we've kind of taken this kind of whole laugh and enjoy it to a new level. And it's kind of like putting Charlie Sheen in a room with cocaine and hookers. It just takes it to a whole new level. But that's why we're here and that's why we come do all this stuff. So as I think about making people smile, our sponsors stepped up for this tournament. Now, when I posted on the last Facebook that Cabela's had sponsored the Bass Pro tournament, or the Bass Masters, Bass Pro Shops got a little irritated. And they were a little offended for the fact that we've got 2 VIP members from Bass Pro within this group, and we have Cabela's sponsor a tournament? Are you insane? So Bass Pro set us up. So let me introduce the anglers, if I could. First off, we got to give a big shout out and a big thank you for the man who put all the accommodations together here at this lovely place. He is the 2014 Derby champion. We all wish him the best of luck. Thanks for all your work for doing this. Sammy Arachi, everybody.
Sammy!
Hey. Nice round of applause. Someone can hand this to Sammy. Bass Pro's delivered. I appreciate it. Now, thank you, Bass Pro. Behind him is a man today who's told me 2 different experiences where he had a double banger. One of which I'll say politely here in front of Dominic is when you actually catch 2 fish at once. The other story I'll leave out of this, but for a guy who, you know what? He had a little bit of rough luck last year or so. Today he went out and he killed a whole bunch of walleyes. So for our boy Paul, Bass Pro says good luck, welcome. We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
Now, behind him is a man who needs no introduction. He pulled out the big Bass Pro surprise a couple weeks ago. He's dusted the dust off this old machine. I think Jim gets a tear every time he sees that boat in the water. Not because he misses the boat, but because the 2 screws that are in the seat that drive up your behind, he really misses that experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Goodman.
Thank you very much.
All right. We are also in the presence of a true champion. I mean a true netting champion. He serves time at both Cabela's and Buffalo as well as Bass Pro. He goes through and he teaches people the art of netting. And you know what? I just think he's the ultimate netting experience. So Lauer's behind us. So Lau, we really appreciate you here. We hope you guys get a lot of great stuff. And we're thrilled to have you. Let me hear it. Lau.
Lau.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know if you guys know golf, but there's a young golfer called Jordan Spieth, taking the world by surprise. 21 years of age, already made $17 million on tour, compared to Tiger Woods at his age, who made about $2 million on tour. He catches everything in sight. I just wish he has Kenny's like skill at the bar, so he can catch some other kind of tail as well.
Well, delete this video.
Where's my man Jeff?
job, Jeff.
Good boy, Jeff.
All right. Then we've got a true legend of the St. Lawrence. I mean, true legend. He's decked out in all his neon. In case we lose him out there, he's ready to go. He just told me he doesn't need a partner because he's going to catch 3 walleye and go back home and go to bed. So whatever it is you do, Larry, tonight between 10 p.m. and 12 p.m., that's your business. We're going to be out there fishing. And we are so thrilled to have you. Give it up for Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
Larry.
The last two are last but not least, but there's a young man over there who, quite honestly, I start to wonder how he gets through the day. He was 4 pounds away from winning the tournament over 4th of July, but instead of putting his pole in the water, he must have had some dream going on in that head. Morgan Fairchild with a bottle of lube, and he decided to sleep in until noon and miss the entire tournament. So Dominic, we hope you spend the entire tournament with us. We'd love to have you, and we're thrilled you're here. So for Dominic, give him a little love. Yeah. And last but not least, coming off of a Bass Masters win, his second in the road. I don't know what kind of lie he made up to get out of work early, but we appreciate the dash to get up here so that we can start a little bit early. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Jim Sorrento.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Going back from Rochester to Buffalo today.
Now, glad you didn't do that. We have a little section called Oak Pointers, where we talk about rules and tips and all this stuff. And let me ask a question to the group. And if you get this question right, you get a free Rapala scale. How many ounces are in a pound? 16. I heard it right here. So, Jordan speak. 16 ounces in a pound. How many? Sammy, how many? 16. So, at the end of the tournament, you literally have 45 minutes from the last period to give me your goddamn numbers, and I don't care what you use. That type of scale, your mom's bathroom scale, whatever you got to use.
Whatever the scale says, write that number down. Don't change the calculation.
That number is
Here
right.
we go.
Now,
I love it.
there's another part of this, because Sammy has a partner in crime, and we also learned at the Classic some other type of experience that I didn't realize that a 1.8 pound northern pike could be 18 inches. I try to wonder, what would 1.8 pounds in a northern pike have to look like to be set a keeper, and why am I arguing over this? So, if you believe you have a keeper and a walleye, please measure it before you weigh it if you think it's somewhere between 16 and 20. And so for my boy Kenny, I've got a ruler for you so that you can have a chance to do that.
Yeah.
Walleye is
18 inches.
All right. Now, last but not least, there's a certain part of this tournament that I think makes a lot of sense. It gets very competitive. Everybody wants to win. Of course you do. There's 9 anglers here. There's going to be 8 people who finish second or worse. So enjoy the experience. So integrity is kind of a big thing, right? We're watching the Bass Masters happen behind us. And Larry, if you could come over here and just take a little look at me. I just want to make sure, because we heard some chatter by the locals that there's been no issues, no challenges. Can you just make sure that we're all set to go? We've got a clean group. Could somebody check Sammy just to make sure we're all set? Just so there's no integrity.
What? Dude!
Dude,
What are you doing?
you cheating.
Busted! That's why you and Pep were out there.
You suck.
Let's keep integrity at the
Really?
Let's stick to the period
Bullshit.
at hand.
Oh my
What
god.
time is it right now, everyone?
Oh, thanks for looking for my wallet for me.
you asked.
What time do we have?
7:19.
7:19. So what time would you like lines in to be tonight?
7:30. By the time we get to the spot,
7:30 to 11:30 tonight.
Beautiful.
yeah.
Tomorrow, what time would you like to start?
7:30.
7:30.
7 to 12.
7 to 12?
7.
7 to 12, and then we'll do the final period, 5 to 9.
Moon's going to be more effective early.
All right.
Sounds good.
It is your 3 heaviest walleye, your 1 heaviest pike, and your 1 heaviest bass. And if you catch a keeper muskie, tournament's over, game over, we're done fishing, we go celebrate. Gentlemen, enjoy this tournament. Have a ton of fun, and congratulations.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Good job, Michael.